Hello, my name is Maria Alejandra. I'm 23 years old. Today I'm going to talk a little along with my classmates about educational problems that arises in individual English classes. Select education's problem in virtual English class. Number one, lack of listening comprehension strategies. Many students don't use proper listening strategies when learning English online. They just listening without trying to predict meaning or focus on keywords. This makes it harder for them to understand what they hear, especially individual classes where it's more difficult ask questions or get help right away. Number two, impact of native language use. In online English lessons, students often depend too much on their native language. They may translate everything instead of thinking in English. This habit reduces their exposure to real English and slows down the improvement of their listening and speaking skills. And number three is need for interactive listening exercise. Virtual class sometimes like interactive activities like listening games of group discussions. Without this exercise, students lose interest and have fewer chances to practice real communication. Interactive listening tasks helps learning stay engagement and improve their comprehension more effectively. What innovative learning activity would you propose to address the problem? And my innovative activity is my podcast in English. Level A1 students will create short personal podcasts to 1 to 2 minutes where they talk about everyday topics, their routine, taxes, family, favorite foods, amongst other. These activities combine oral production, relative self-listening, and the use of technology, straining confidence and fluency in oral expressions. What digital tools or resources would you use for this activity? Vocal or Answer to easily record and publish podcasts, or Puzzle or Flip to share audio and allow peer feedback. How will you access the impact of this activity on language learning? Mm, Instrument and criteria. Oral assessment rubric, which includes pronunciation, fluency, use or basic vocabulary, and grammatical structures.
I talk about two important approaches to language learning behaviorism in Prase's monitor model. Uh, Behaviorism is based on the idea that language learning happens through repetition and reinforcement. In other words, learners form habits by practicing and receiving feedback, rewards for corrections, answers and corrections for mistakes. The main focus is on repetition and controlled practice to build accuracy. On the other hand, Krashen's model emphasizes that learners acquire language best when they understand messages that are just a little above their current level. What Krashen calls comprehensible input, this approach highlights the importance of meaningful communication in real life context, not just drills or memorization. Next diapositive. One moment, please. Uh, learner anxiety and confidence in English speaking. The educational issues we're focusing on is the anxiety and lack of confidence that many students feel when speaking English. This problem became especially clear during virtual sessions when many students prefer speaking in Spanish instead of English. That limited their practice opportunities and made them feel even less confident, fear of making mistakes or being just often prevent students for participating. So creating a supportive and safe environment where learners feel comfortable expressing themselves is key to helping them gain confidence in speaking English. Next diapositive. One moment, please. Key insights on the input hypothesis. Finally, here are some key insights from Krashen's input hypothesis. First, comprehensible input is essential for students to learn effectively. They need to be exposed to language that they can mostly understand. With that is life changing that help them grow. Second, insufficient input hinders learning. When learners do get enough understandable English input, they struggle to progress, get frustrated, and lose motivation. And there's the importance of interactive learning. Interaction give students chance to use the language meaningfully, to share ideas, ask questions, and communicate with others. This kind of participation not only improve comprehension, but also boost confidence and reduce anxiety. Thank you for hearing me. This is my participation for now.
Hello, my name is Deyaniris Mercado Cáceres. I am a student licenciatura en lenguas extranjeras con énfasis en inglés de la UNAM. This is my presentation. Slide 1, Key Insight from Sociocultural Theory. Today, I'm going to talk about some key areas from Vygotsky's sociocultural theory. This theory explains that learning happens when people interact, communicate, and work together. It shows how culture and social context play an important role in how we develop our thinking, our learning skills. Learning through interaction. The original area learning occurs through social interaction and collaboration with others. According to Vygotsky, we learn best when they interact and collaborate with other people, when we share ideas and questions, and work together, we develop our cognitive abilities. In other words, learning is not something we do alone. It happens through communication and cooperation. Limit peer interaction. Lack of interaction limit learning. In the virtual class that was observed, students didn't have enough opportunities to talk or work with each the others because of that couldn't learn as much from their classmates. This lack of peer interaction made it hard for them to develop their language skill and support each another learning. Sorry. Mm, Need for group dynamics. The original area, group work, and social interaction are essential. The social cultural theory tells us that teachers should encourage teamwork and social activities in class. When students work in group, they feel more confident and motivated to participate. However, in the observed session, there was very little group work, which reduced student confidence and participate. Um, Analysis of observed virtual session. This slide shows what happened during the English class I observed. Session introduced. The classes start with the teacher explain the future themes, mostly in Spanish. They set the tone for the lesson. Student participation. Student participation was very low because most students spoke Spanish. Inside of English, this reduced their language practice. Focus on future tense. Even though the topic was the future tense, students did get much practice in English, so they understand and practice of the thems. Thank you. Bye bye.